Good morning, everybody. Today is October 17th. It's about 8:40. I'm about to walk into the office here, but there was something that I was thinking about when I was actually driving to the office. And I want to talk about the reserve studies with the HOA. What I'm starting to see now, and this applies to you if you're a buyer obtaining financing, what I'm starting to see the underwriter now is requesting, well, actually, the investor, one of their guidelines is that they want a reserve study against the HOA as far as the community. They want to see exactly what's going on, and basically what the reserve study shows the financials to the HOAs and how it's being managed, and if there's any reserves just in case if something comes up. So let's say this HOA had a pool's like $100,000 to build, but if something happens to the pool, it could cost another $30,000. I mean, things can come up all the time. I mean, I live in a gated community, and what tends to happen is the gate, you have a bunch of kids or sometimes even adults, they don't have, the gate code to walk through the uh, pedestrian gate door. So what they do is push the driver, I'm sorry, not the driver, but the driveway gate through, so that way they can wedge their way through. But what happens is they end up bending the gate. So every time that happens, we call a company out there. It runs us about $4,500 each time, and that could get pretty pricey when it's damaged like that. 3 to 5 times a year. I mean, that's a lot of money. Think about it. And a lot of investors now, are requesting to see the reserve study and the full financials to the HOA, because you have to think about it this way. They want to make sure that the property that they are actually investing in, because it is their asset, they want to make sure it's in a good neighborhood where it's managed really well. If something comes up, the HOA can actually fix it. Also, it's good for you too as well. You definitely want an HOA that really maintains their community, because I noticed it really holds a value, to the community. Also, if you are a seller, this could also hurt you too as well. If, let's just say, the balance is zero, okay, and there's just no money into it. But eventually what happens is you're going to have to pay for the landscaping, you're going to have to pay for the road surfacing. I mean, that money's going to have to come from somewhere. So what they do is raise up the HOA fees, and if something dramatically happens to the community, and if they don't have money, now they got to borrow against the money. And sometimes some HOA members won't borrow against them. They won't borrow the money to fix those items. Then what happens is the community starts going down and down, down. Then what tends to happen is the value goes down. So you really have to understand the perspective of the investor. And that's what I'm starting to see a lot now. But how to avoid that problem? Basically, once you're in a contract, the seller is required to provide an HOA resale package to you as a buyer, and that's why it's very important to see if there's any type of reserves, if there's any litigations, lawsuits against the HOA. Also, that can play a main factor. But don't be scared about it. I just wanted to let you guys know, and that's what I'm starting to see, and I believe that's very important, and you should actually know that before really getting into a deal. Well, guys, that's all I have for today. Other than that, thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.